Coming up, from calm temperatures to raging tornadoes, with severe weather season approaching, we show you how to stay safe and be prepared. Plus, Mittens, Patron, Tarzan, Thumper, and Bubbles. We take you inside the DuPage County Animal Shelter and introduce you to some adorable residents. And it's tax season. Need help filing your taxes? We will fill you in on the free tax preparation help provided at the college. All that and more on this edition of Courier News TV. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nadine Gilbert. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." But for many students, higher education feels out of reach. For some, every assignment takes 4 times longer than it does for their classmates. Instructions can be confusing. Even study groups can feel like listening to a foreign language. If that sounds familiar, you may be living with a disability. In high school and earlier, students with disabilities are protected under IDEA, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. An essential part of IDEA is the IEP, or Individual Education Program. This plan outlines the accommodations and modifications students need to help level the playing field. In short, accommodations remove barriers to learning and allow students to demonstrate what they know. Many students believe that once they get to college, those protections disappear and that IEPs no longer apply. What many don't realize is that in college, similar protections still exist under ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. ADA ensures that students with disabilities receive reasonable accommodations, giving them equal access to classes, services, programs, and extracurricular activities. In the coming weeks, we'll show you how to access accommodations through the Center for Access and Accommodations and highlight the services available to help make a college degree a reality. April 15th, Tax Day, is approaching. Need help filing your taxes? We fill you in on the free tax preparation help provided at the college.
Stuff like this I think will always need humanized because it's humans who write the laws and those are really complicated.
Approximately 28% of returns have errors and 1 in 200 are audited. Individuals with incomes under $25,000 are some of the most likely groups to be audited. With these odds, students should be taking advantage of this free program.
We're trying to get the word out, right? Students don't always pay attention to signs and posters and things like that. So we're trying to figure out how to reach them. If you're a student and your parents claim you, which they probably do, because they can claim you as long as you're in college up until you're age 24. So if the student is working, and most students have a part-time job, they would need to file their own tax return if they want to get their tax withholding back.
What if a student receives a 1099?
You are considered to be self-employed, and if you make more than $400, you're going to have to pay self-employment tax, which is the equivalent of Medicare and Social Security tax.
There's a lot more to filing taxes than most realize. To make an appointment, search online, College of DuPage Free Tax Service, or call 630-942-3450 or email taxprep@cod.edu.
Free tax prep for all is available at COD on Saturdays and Wednesday nights through April 11th. For more information, contact taxprep@cod.edu. From calm temperatures to raging tornadoes to minus 20-degree weather, Chicago's climate can be highly unpredictable. With tornado season right around the corner, it's important to be prepared. Having an emergency plan can greatly reduce the danger of severe weather and help you be ready if an emergency strikes. Included in the plan should be a safe space to ride out any severe weather, a first aid kit with basic medical supplies, friends and family contact information, an emergency kit with food, water, and a flashlight, a meeting point for when everything settles. For more information, visit weather.gov. Mittens, Patron, Tarzan, Thumper, and Bubbles. These are just a few of the many residents of the DuPage Animal Shelter. Luckily for these Wheaton residents, they now have a brand new facility to call home while they wait for an adoption. I took a tour of the facility and got to visit with some of these furry friends.
The DuPage County Animal Service has just opened a new facility in Wheaton, Illinois, after receiving a $4 million donation from a donor. This shelter allows residents to adopt a cat, dog, or any furry friend. Laura Flamian, who is the administrator of the DuPage Animal Service, gives us the tour of the facility.
So this is my favorite flexible space. This is our community room. You notice that we put kind of this rubberized floor in here because we wanted a surface that's easy for dogs to run around. We use this space for training animals, exercising. We use it for training people. We host birthday parties in here. We just had a lecture yesterday with an author who just wrote a book called Ask the Dog. It's about how to teach children how to properly interact with dogs they don't know.
Laura walks us through the adoption process on the website, so when you arrive, you can walk away with a furry friend.
Our website has a lot of really great information, especially if you go to this Helping Homeless Pet section. We've got, we talked about what do we take for donations. We can dive into our foster care program, volunteer opportunities, and then our rescue partners.
The DuPage Animal Shelter is a truly inspiring place to adopt a new companion for your home. For CNTV, I'm Billy O'Brien. Back to you, Nadine.
From unique tea flavors to delicious baked goods, a growing number of cafes along Roosevelt Road are offering new tastes from around the world. Popular spots like Kamara Yemeni Coffee Company, Cafe Bathik, Garib Nawaz Cocoa Melt, and Hawa House are drawing in customers from across the county. Imtiaz Mateen takes us inside these local hotspots and shows us what makes them so popular.
America is often seen as a coffee-drinking nation. But over the past decade, that culture has begun to change. And in just the last couple of years, the rise of tea restaurants, especially along Roosevelt Road in Lombard, shows just how quickly consumer tastes are evolving. One major reason is immigration. Over the last 10 to 15 years, large numbers of people from South Asia, the Middle East, and West Africa have made Chicago their home. They've brought with them rich tea traditions and a growing demand for places that serve tea the way they know it.
We serve everything fresh every day. We do everything in-house.
Tea culture itself has changed over time. There was a period when tea was brewed slowly and carefully in a teapot covered with a cozy, served with warm milk, sugar, and a small selection of snacks.
So we have like Irani chai and Zafrani chai. It's the most popular we serve here, and people love it very much. People, they come from far places to this place to have Irani and Zafrani. That's the most popular we sell. It's like authentic Hyderabadi chai.
There was also a time when tea houses and coffee houses were cultural hubs, places where poets, writers, and intellectuals gathered. Admirers would come just to listen. Such coffee houses and tea restaurants were considered important places.
That is a Pakistan-inspired street food location over here. We have a restaurant where we serve a lot of Pakistani-inspired cultural food items, such as various combo items like halwa puri, sliders, different rolls, where people come from various parts of United States in order to grab and have a nostalgic appearance over here.
These restaurants open to everyone, no matter their background. If more Americans begin to step inside and explore this growing tea culture, the experience will only become richer.
Small in size, but big in creativity, The Mini Art March at the College of DuPage showcases student works that are 10 inches or less in every direction. Madeline Prisbes from the gallery gave us a tour of the exhibit, and here's a look.
This is Mini Art March. Every artwork, or at least the parameter for this exhibition, was artworks had to be 10 inches or smaller. We have open calls for art, or if you have a proposal for art, maybe you're not in the art program, but you still make your own work. You're still welcome to send it and submit a proposal or submit your work to be shown in the space.
The Mini Art March is on display now in the SRC student galleries at the College of DuPage through April 7th. Admission is free and open to the public. Here's a look at your COD calendar of events. If you can't go on vacation for spring break, don't worry. There'll be no classes from Sunday, March 30th through Sunday, April 5th. Hopefully, you'll find some rest and relaxation during your time off from school. The men's tennis team kicks off its first home match on Monday, April 6th at 3 p.m. On Tuesday, April 7th, the Office of Student Financial Assistance is hosting a scholarship workshop from 9 to 11 a.m. in the SSC Enrollment Lab, room 2234. Walk-ins are welcome. And don't forget, the Fall 2026 scholarship deadline is April 15th. Also on April 7th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., check out STEM Connect. Explore booths, listen to speakers, and grab some free tacos while you're there. Thank you for watching Courier News TV. We'll be back after spring break with a new edition. For everyone at Courier News TV, I'm Nadine Gilbert. Hope you have a great spring break.